last breath of summer is blowing down our necks.
Me! Mommy's gonna go! Bye-bye! Bye-bye!
Kung sakitan ko din mo, sakitan ka sa ko. Ang sayang ko ba yung just like ko, just like init kayo? Ito gusto nga.
Pwede na. Start na siya. Then dapat ang iyang body nakasuot siya sando na fit jud siya. Sample gini. Nagsuot ni siya og sando.
Ah, okay.
So, nakita ni sando.
Solution to prevent it from further progressing. Then you can check for the shoulder. The shoulder asymmetry is very important, wherein they send the x-rays of 12-degree scoliosis,
오늘도 지겨운 일과 일도 재미없어 난 벗어나고 싶었잖아 바쁘게만 살아봤자 알아주는 사람 없잖아 나 휴식이 필요한 것 같아 지쳐버린 뭔가 마음을 잠시 달래볼게.
You know why you feel pain? Your spine has not moved like this in ages.
Yes. Agree ako na.
Seize the moment, fully live my life. 이렇게 보내긴 아까운 시간. Oh, I need to get away in my life.
Yes, sir. Keep it up. Go for 1.5. So, welcome to your official strength training. Now, katilang ng 3 pounds, digili siya tungod sa iyo. Ready? Go.
Need to get away in my life. Oh, I really need to take a break. Oh, let's break away. Oh, let's get away. 어디론가 떠나볼까 우리 바다 touchdown 하고 온가 둘이 멀리 가지 않아도 could be groovy 하다 못해 커피 한 잔에 smoothie yeah, 먹는 걸로 쌓인 스트레스 모두 풀기 맛집 찾아다니자 like a foodie 5 Michelin stars get you with the Barbie 오는 날은 바싹한 부치 복잡한 멘탈 싹 다 비워놔 She wanna 편하게 가득하지 가보자 지쳐버린 몸과 마음을 잠시 달래볼까 Seize the moment, fully live my life 이렇게 보내긴 아까운 시간 Oh, I really need to get away in my life Mimi Mimi
The last breath of summer is blowing down our necks, and soon we'll wave goodbye to the fleeting bliss. Because you are like a tidal wave, just ripping up my life and living without a trace. And you know that I'm your silent patient. You know I'm your silent patient. I've been waiting this long out for your hands to hold me up. I'll be holding on through the winter for your kiss to wake me up. Now with the colors of spring, my heart will blossom up again. Speeding up, and with your smile it will erupt. And I collect all I can, set aside all the supplies. Your kisses and warmness to get through winter time. Because I'm your silent patient. Yes, I'm your silent patient. I've been waiting so long for your hands to hold me up. I'll be holding on to the winter for your kiss to wake me up. Because I'm your silent patient. Silent patient. Change your mind. Silent patient. Never giving up. Because I'm your silent patient. Silent voice, my change of life. I'm your silent patient. Never giving up. Because I'm your silent patient. Yes, I am.